Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today we're going to be examining the age-old question, are college campuses fatphobic? Also, we're going to be taking a look at some tips to help us unlearn our internalized fat phobia. Have you had enough air quotes yet?
No. And I've been meaning to make a video about this for a while. Obviously, like all class desk setups are different. Some of them are better than others. But currently, I'm in a very classic lecture hall, and I have to squeeze into the seats. It also has little, flip-up desks that go over your lap. Everyone else in the class is thin, can put it over their lap and take notes. I can't take notes in that class.
Alright, so you're the only one who does not fit into the seat/desk combination, and your solution to this is to make bigger seats for everyone.
Because I'm too fat. I just have to listen, or find a way to balance my notebook or laptop in some weirdly precarious way over concrete floors. I think every single college campus is like this. I have friends at other universities that have the exact same problem. It's honestly just an extension of the entire public experience not being accessible to anyone who isn't thin, but it fucking sucks. And I'm a size 26, so if I'm squeezing in, how many others are totally left out?
I'm only a size 26, so if I can't even fit in there, imagine all of the thousands and millions of people who are even bigger than me. You know, it's a little crazy to think that society as a whole needs to change the way it's designed to accommodate you. There's a 0% chance that we can have a society that is designed to accommodate everyone. Some people are 4 feet tall. Some people are 7.5 feet tall. Some people are 130 pounds. Some people are 600 pounds. I'm not sure if we could design a desk that could accommodate all of those people. Therefore, we go on averages. The average person is this height and this weight, so everything is designed to accommodate them. If you have gained so much weight, completely under your own control, that you no longer fit in the infrastructure that we have created, then that is a you problem entirely. You should take this more as a warning sign. If you have eaten yourself out of the ability to sit in a normal chair, you might have a problem. Alright, now she's going to teach us how to unlearn our internalized fat phobia, which apparently she had herself.
I love this question. Also, pardon my face, I just did a whole bunch of skincare. So first, unfollow all weight loss pages. That includes anyone who posts before and after photos.
Completely disconnect from anybody who is doing hard work that reminds you of all the hard work that you're not doing.
That part is crucial. Just totally zap them. Next, follow people who are your size and bigger.
Make yourself feel better by only following people that are going off the rails even more than you. You could clean the house because it's a little messy, or you could go watch Hoarders.
But not just anyone who's your size or bigger, like people who are influencers. People who are joyfully living their lives.
People who are influencers and who are joyfully living their lives. So, you want examples of overweight people being successful so that you may think in your mind, I also can be successful without ever losing weight.
For me, that was fashion.
For me?
Plus size creators who posted fashion and outfits who were bigger than me. Because after everything else is cleansed out, all the diet culture people are removed, you'll start seeing all of those people living their lives fat, and it'll start to completely change your perspective. You'll see people your size and larger who you think look absolutely beautiful, who are going on trips and living their best life. And then it creates sort of like a cognitive dissonance sort of situation in your brain where you think they're awesome and beautiful and living their lives and not held back by their size. And then you'll go, I look like that. Does that mean I'm pretty and worthy and ready to live my life too?
Alright, once again we come back to the superficiality of how someone looks, and if they look like you, then you also have worth now.
Also following pages who break down that sort of stuff. Like go on Instagram and do the hashtag fat positive, anti-diet, and if I can do this, you can do it too. Before learning about fat positivity and the movement, I was also really fatphobic toward myself and just internally towards others.
You mean that you used to have a sense of shame, and now you no longer do, right? It's okay to have shame. We have shame for a reason. We're supposed to feel ashamed of the crappy aspects of ourselves to make us change.
It is ingrained in us. Like, literally from birth, we're taught one body type is okay and the others are gross. And
when my second daughter was born and she came out of there looking all fat like a baby, I was disgusted. I saw where her wrist should be, but there was just a wrinkle there instead, and I was like, oh my God, put this baby on a diet immediately. And let's teach her to hate herself because she's overweight. That's what we did.
unhealthy and XYZ. So don't feel bad if you have those tendencies. Just be committed to unlearning them, and it seems like you are. And the reason I say that if I can do it, you can do it too, is I'm still living at home with my family to save money as a full-time student, and they're extremely fatphobic. Like, violently fatphobic. My entire family. So I get inundated with extreme fat phobia from my family members and everyone on this app constantly.
But I thought being overweight was genetic and you have no control over it. If your family is not overweight, then how come you're overweight? It's almost as if it's because of all the food you're putting in your mouth.
And even in these environments, I could still unlearn it, and you absolutely can too. It's exciting, it's so fun, it is so liberating.
Alright, you know what else can help you unlearn something? A full frontal lobotomy, which is basically what we just went through by listening to this person speak. Let's watch one more clip, just for fun. Alright, now in this video, this person's gonna talk about systemic this, or oppressive that, or some frickin' nonsense. I don't know, let's just watch the dumb thing.
I think because we talk about body image and fat phobia together so much, we sometimes forget those are separate things. And it is actually exhausting being someone who talks about anti-fatness frequently.
Well, maybe you should do some cardio and you wouldn't be so exhausted.
To have those conversations be misunderstood and derailed into being about body image. When I'm talking about systemic anti-fatness, I am not talking about how I feel about my body.
Are you sure?
I love my body with the best of them.
Also, before we continue, I just want to say, what is the point of her putting her face right here? Like, what is this adding to this video right here? She's literally just nodding and pointing over there and be like, yup, that's what I think. I think what this girl is saying.
But I cannot love my body out of employment discrimination or medical discrimination.
What employment discrimination are you talking about? The only way I could see your obesity being an issue in the workplace is if you're going to work a physical job, right? You're going to go be a lifeguard, but you can't climb the tower. Also, this medical discrimination you refer to is just a doctor telling you to lose weight because that's their job. That's not medical discrimination. He's literally doing his job.
I can't love my body into equal pay or equal access to health care.
Aren't you sick of hearing people like, oh my God, first what we need to do is unlearn our internalized. You can tell immediately if somebody is annoying and you should stop listening to them if they speak that way. If they're like, actually, shut up. Shut up forever.
Fat people live in a world that pays us less, charges us more, denies us health care, openly ridicules and excludes.
Pays you less and charges you more for what? Charges you more for a shirt because it takes twice as much material to make it? Pays you less? How? What do you mean? How are you getting paid less because you're overweight?
Excludes us, and then tells us the solution is to love our bodies. But it's...
Nobody ever said the solution was to love your body. We've all been telling you the solution is to do the hard work and have the self-control to lose weight so you can fit into the regular structures that the rest of us do.
Not. The solution is to give fat people access to the same rights, resources, and services that thin people get without question. The solution is activism and policy change.
Activism is never the solution. The term activism could best be described as a bunch of pretentious people hanging out together and living in an echo chamber where they just keep patting each other on the back for the great work that they've done. The only person who cares about their activism are other activists within the very same group. Nobody has learned anything, nothing is being accomplished, and we're all dumber for having witnessed it. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.